Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sarah, and in today's video we are going to continue market prepping. Well, I guess this is where we're officially starting the market prep, but this is episode 2 of my market series, and over the next 2 weeks I will be working on my cows. So all the cows that I'm making for my next event, that is what I'll be working on in today's video. I'm also going to be working on the Highland cows, so I'm hoping that I can do all of it in 2 weeks. That would be nice. I am starting this a little bit early though. Technically I have an extra weekend, so I might have a chance to complete everything. But I have a very long list. The cows are probably the biggest part of what I need to make. I did already start. As you can see, I have 2 bodies here for Cooper the calf. This is my smaller cow pattern. I want to make 5 of these kind of brown themed ones. I actually have 2 right now. I did have 3, but I put one in my car. So now I have 2. So I'm making 3 more to make it 5. That was a lot of numbers in a couple of sentences, but I'm working on the body now for the 3rd one. And then I also want to make 5 black and white ones, just a traditional cow color. And then also, if you recall my last market series, I made like a rainbow array of cows as well. I did a pink, yellow, orange, green, blue, and purple cow. So I want to remake those as well because they all sold. I'm not sure about the yellow yet because the yellow did look more like a giraffe than a cow. At least a lot of people said it looked like a giraffe over a cow, so I might not make a yellow. And I should make orange because I have a lot of orange from when I purchased someone's stash, so I should probably make some orange just to use the stash. But the most popular, like, funky colors or weird colors for cows were definitely the greens, the blues, and the purples, and then the pink too. But the orange and the yellow, they weren't as popular. I haven't fully decided on that yet, but that's what I need to make for the mini Cooper cows. I also have to make the Cooper Highland cow version, which is the modded version of Cooper, and for those I'm keeping it a little bit more simple. I want to make probably 15 total instead of 22. I think is what the other total is. The Highland cows aren't as popular. I'm not really sure why, but I think I might also do a rainbow of colors. Last time I just did pink. They did sell pretty well, but I think I will just be making a rainbow colors. 1 of each though. So I'll have 6 total, and then probably 2 brown, or the 2 orange ones, 2 cream ones, and then probably 2 of the like tan cream ones. That's it for the small patterns. Now I also have medium patterns. I'm working on a snuggler version. And I also have mini versions. They're the sitting down version, the Carmen cow pattern that I have in Skinny Chanel, so they're super cute. And then finally, for the extra large cow, this is the laying down version. I actually have one right here. This is one of the ones I made recently. My outfit is actually matching it, which I love. But I made this cow. These are the eyes from Sweet Beans Crochet. I actually ordered more and they should be here by the time this video ends. So hopefully we'll also have a safety eye haul eventually in this video. But the nose is made out of Sweet Snuggles Light, and then everything else is made out of the Naughty Pony. Super cute. I can't wait to post this on my Instagram. I'm trying to hold off on the posting of this cutie until this video is out. Anyways, distracted as always. I also want to make a pink version and then a purple version. Then I have 2 brown ones on hand. I have a black and white one on hand, and then I also have a green themed one on hand, and I also have a gray and white one on hand. So I'm set on big cows, if I'm being honest. After I make those pink ones, after I make the pink one, just one, and then 1 purple one, I will be done with the extra large cows. I will say though that I finished this guy in about a day, so it's not bad for me. I've been really busy recently with life stuff on top of the crochet stuff, so I'm pretty proud of finishing that in almost 1 day. Hopefully I'll be able to finish all of these cows. There's so many. I know that that was a very long intro with lots of talking, but I kind of just wanted to let you all know my plans, and I guess we can compare at the end and see how many I actually got through. That's the intro. I know that was a lot, but hopefully you're still here. I am going to continue working on these little cows first, and then I might switch it up and do Highland cows next after this trio is finished. That way I don't get bored. I think that's all I have for you for now. I'm feeling really good right now. I'm sure you all can tell, so I just want to talk and talk and talk. But I don't think I'm going to say anything else unless I repeat myself at this point. So that will be it. I will check in with you soon. I'm going to try and do daily updates, but at the very least, I'll update you when I start my next group of cows. Excuse the lighting, but it is pretty late right now, and I did not want to turn my big filming light on. It's been maybe like 10 hours since I checked in with you last, and I crocheted all 3 of these cows. Arthur, he really likes this soft blanket because he is a princess at heart. Anyways, focusing here, I crocheted, move your tail, these 3 cows, so they're all finished. So that means I have 5 total, which is nice. And I decided to work on a Highland cow. So I started this one here out of cream and dark brown. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about the horns, but I didn't want to get white because I was crocheting all this downstairs and I did not want to come back up here and get white. I know that sounds probably ridiculously lazy, but I just did brown horns and they're fine. I'm sure once I get the hooves on, it'll actually tie everything together. That'll be the second cream Highland cow I have. The other one is actually a darker cream. I think that'll be it for the cream themed Highland cows. I think once I finish this guy, I'm gonna start making some pink cows. I'm in the mood to make some colorful cows. I think I might make some pink ones of Cooper, 2 pink ones, and then 1 pink Highland cow. The lighting in here is pretty horrendous right now because it's kind of late and I don't want to turn my big light on. So here we are. Is that the same excuse I used in the last clip? I have a feeling it is, but I want to show you my progress on these pink cows I started today. So I made 2 regular cows and then 1 Highland cow in pink. Here it is. I'm almost tempted to make some bigger horns for the Highland cows and give them like longhorn-esque, kind of like my larger Heather, the Highland cow, but I'll just leave them like that for now. I have 5 legs made, 1 started, and then 6 more to finish. So the goal is to finish all the legs tonight and then potentially sew them on. I don't know how long it'll take me to finish the legs, so we'll see. Last night I finished this cow completely, and then I finished all the legs and the bodies for the other 2, so I'm gonna go ahead and sew this up this morning. And then once I finish sewing everything together, I'm actually going to take a break today. I'm gonna be fully honest with you, I have hurt my hand, specifically this hand, by crocheting with this pink yarn. So this is the new ball of Sweet Snuggles Light that I purchased not too long ago, and it is really soft, but the inside of this ball of yarn was so stiff and I did not take as many breaks as I probably should have, so my hands are feeling the pain. Also, here's Buddy again, being an attention hog. Anyways, focusing here. I'm just gonna sew these together today. That shouldn't hurt my hand too much, and then I will, like I said, take a break, but I'm actually gonna do another group of colorful cows. I think I'm gonna do some purple ones, but I'm also kind of tempted to do some blue ones, so we'll see how it goes. But that is a decision for, at the very least, later today, because I shouldn't be crocheting anything right now, and I have to edit a video anyway, so it all works out. Here are all the cows together so far. They're super cute. So this is going pretty well. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it in this video, but excuse the lighting. I just cannot be bothered to stand up and turn the lighting array on. This time it's just simply, I'm comfortable. But I wanted to let you all know that I was responsible yesterday and I did not crochet anything. All I did was sew the other 2 cows together, and then I didn't crochet anything. I actually spent all day editing this video. This is the crochet vlog, my last crochet vlog before starting my market prep series. Also, look how cute this Highland cow is. Hold on. Phone call's finished. Now I'm gonna focus here. I'm actually not really sure where I left off, but I did want to say the reason I picked up the camera is that I'm going to start my next group of cows. So I'm going to be doing a purple theme, the lighter purple, and then I'm going to pair it with this shade of a darker purple because I really like this shade over this one here. I guess technically the other one is more kid-like than this one, but I also just really like this color and I like the way it turns out. And for the blue cows, when I eventually get to that, I'll be using this shade for the secondary color. So it'll kind of tie everything together. And the same with the green, we'll be using this as the secondary color. My hand still hurts a little bit, not nearly as bad, but I think I pulled this muscle here. I don't even know if pulled is the right word, I just strained it by crocheting with this pink yarn. I'm just gonna be honest, I crocheted too much, didn't take enough breaks, and I knew the yarn was really stiff, but I really wanted to see these guys finished. So this is your sign to take breaks, even though you don't want to. I'd never want to, I rarely do. And then sometimes you get injured and it's just the worst. So please take your breaks. But I'm just not gonna push it today. I'm just gonna crochet, and then when I start feeling sore again, I'm just going to slow down. This is gonna be the test for me to see if I can crochet today or if I have to take another day of break. But I'm also focusing on using the softer version of Sweet Snuggles Light, not the any stiff yarn, so hopefully that'll help as well. I'm definitely excited to see all these cows coming together. I can't wait to add all the other colors in. That's the update for now. That's the cow update. We'll just see how long it takes me to make the purple group. Today I worked on these purple cows and I did turn my light on. I made 2 purple cows, 1 purple Highland cow, and at this point I just need to sew them all together. I will admit that my hand is not the happiest. It was actually, the reason I didn't stop is because I was halfway through my second to last arm. Or leg. So I had 1 leg left to crochet and I was like, okay, I can do this. It's actually not that bad, especially compared to the way it was feeling yesterday. I'm gonna reassess tomorrow. I'm gonna sew this all together. That doesn't really hurt my hands. Take another break if I need it. If my hand hurts tomorrow, then I will take a break. I spent yesterday and today working on these green cows, so I decided to slow down a little bit for these green cows for a couple of reasons. Yeah, you guessed it, the hand pain. It was bad yesterday, but because of that I didn't force it and I just did what I could and then didn't do anything else. But here's where I'm at with the cows now. I finished this green one here and then I just have to sew the other 2 together, so that's what I'm going to do tonight, and then the green cows will be done. So in my stack I'll have pink, purple, and the green ones finished. Have 3 other colors to make, so the yellow, the orange, and then the blue. I'll probably do the blue next because I really want to. But I did pull out some of the other cows that I finished so far this year. So I did 2 of these ones. These are the ones I was talking about earlier. So I have 5 cream and brown ones. And then I also pulled out this Highland cow I made. I think this is the one I made for the tutorial. So I have 2 cream ones. As you can see, I used 2 different shades of cream, but it's fine. This is exciting. I actually have an orange Highland cow. Let me grab it. Here's the other one. So I have a total of 5 Highland cows finished, and then 4, 6 plus 5, 11 regular cows. It's nice to see them all coming together. Look how big the group is. There we go. So I'm gonna get started on these green ones and then I'll check in with you soon and let you know what color I start with next. Last night I finished the green cows, so here's the stack so far. Nice and sorted, looking cute. I decided to start with the yellow yarn. I don't know why I say start with, I've already started. I decided to continue with the yellow yarn. So I started the Highland cow here, and then I also started the regular cow, so I have some of the pieces here. I'm making the yellow ones. I'm kind of torn on the yellow ones because I know I had a lot of comments last year about the yellow cows looking like giraffes, but I'm just gonna go for it. If people think they're a giraffe, then that works for me. You know, if they buy it, then they buy it, and it's fine. I am planning to have better signage this year, so I think that'll help a lot. I think this is turning out super cute. I actually only ever made a pink Highland cow, so making all the other colors is just really fun because they look super cute. I really like the yellow one though. I think it's really pretty, but I'm gonna work on this today. I'm actually gonna take this project downstairs. Also, look at this horrible factory knot, if I can show it to you. Thankfully with plushies you can just cut it and tie it on the inside of the plushie and it's fine, but yeah, this kind of stuff's annoying. Yesterday I finished all the pieces for the yellow cows. Just had to do a quick leg count to make sure I had them all. I need to now put the size 4 yarn on the legs so that I can sew them on. I use the size 4 yarn, I'm sure most of you are already aware of that. This yellow yarn is especially flaky Folly party, whatever the word is. I'm going to be attaching the size 4 yarn, stuffing them, and then sewing them on, and then the yellow cows will be finished. So once the yellow cows are finished, I just have the blue ones and the orange ones left. I haven't decided what I'll do next. It'll be one of those two, at least for colors. I also have the black and white ones I still need to make for the regular cows, and then some more natural colors for the Highland cow, but we're just going to focus on these for now. I'm just going to finish these this morning and go from there. Here I am taking a quick break from crocheting cows, and this is gonna be like a packing interlude. So here we are. Somebody ordered a plushie for me just a little while ago, like an hour ago or something, and they ordered this possum. I actually have a whole bunch, but I picked the best one I could grab out of my plastic bin. I also, thankfully, last time I made bees for my last sale, I made one extra, so I don't have to crochet anything. So this one's all ready to go. If you don't know, I'm sure most of you do, but I also know that new people watch my videos, so when you order a plushie from me, you will receive a free bee. I think it's adorable to play on words, and then also it's something handmade by me, which I love to give as a free gift. And then I also include one of my stickers. This sticker is of my Willow the Wood Dragon pattern, which is my most popular pattern. This pattern is very special. It really is the one that helped me grow as a creator. But I had Megan's Handmade Plushies draw me some stickers. She drew me this blue one, and she also made me the pink one. I've also had her do a pink one out of my colors from my logo, my original Willow, which I still have. But you will receive a sticker, a couple business cards, one signed, one unsigned, so you can do whatever you want with those. And then also, like I said, the freebie, and they all go in this little pouch together. So nice little chunky gift bag for when you purchase a plushie from me. I'm going to package this guy up. He goes in this plastic bag here. I do that in case something spills and the box gets wet. That way the plushie and everything inside is as waterproof as possible. I also have my stickers to the outside of the box. Let's get this packaged up. Here's the package all ready to go. She'll put the label on like this, at least that's what she's done the few times I've taken in the box this size, so it will fit nicely. I mentioned in my last video that I was doing QR codes, taking them to the USPS and having them scan it and print the sticker instead of taping a piece of paper on, but thank you for all your suggestions. I'm definitely going to research some sort of something. I'll figure it out eventually, especially as I continue to get a few more orders here and there. I would like to be able to get them ready for shipment a little bit easier, but this box is all packaged up. Thank you so much for your order. If you watch my videos, I don't know if you do or not, but I really truly appreciate it. I'm very grateful for every plushie sale and I just really appreciate it. So thank you so much for your order. And now let's get back to the cows. Let's get back to market prepping. Here are the cows. I finished the orange ones today, so they're looking super cute. This is all the blue yarn I have right now. This stuff right here. I had to dig through my scrap yarn, and honestly, I don't think it's gonna be enough blue. I know at Sweet Snuggles Light, the blue is available now, so I'm going to attempt to go on Monday and get more blue yarn. Today is Saturday evening. Tomorrow, I think what I'm gonna work on is I'm actually gonna work on the plain cows, the black and white ones. But I am going to work on the black and white cows, if anything. Otherwise, I'll just focus on editing. But I just wanted to show you the update so far. I'm so excited to see all of these cows come together. I am a little bored right now. I might switch it up. We'll see though. I know that I have a lot more designs I want to work on before the end of this video. So I don't know, but I am the type of person who loves to see things through all the way to the end before doing something new. Not in every case, but in most cases, that's how I feel. So when I know that I only have the black and white cows and then the blue cows to finish, that's all I want to do. I just want to finish those and be done. We shall see what happens. That is it for now. I do have things I want to talk to you about, but I am trying to not talk about things so much while we're just looking at things because that can be kind of boring. I'm trying with this market series to be a little bit more exciting and engaging on screen. I'll check in with you probably tomorrow. I'll probably have crocheted something by tomorrow. This isn't cow related, but it is plushie sale related. Yeah, that's right. Somebody else ordered a plushie from my shop. This guy right here. Look at how cute. I'm so excited that this hippo is going to a forever home because the hippos, you might know this, they weren't well loved at my festival. I don't think I sold any. And I might have just sold one. I can't remember, but it was pretty much zero from what I remember. So I'm happy to see them go to a good home. I know I just said that they didn't sell well at my festival, but I will be making a couple more of these guys. I just can't help it. But I think what I'll do is I'll use better colors. This color I love and I thought it would sell well, but I guess not. But what I will do is I'll probably make a pink one. I'll probably have a couple gray ones unless they sell online. Just that kind of stuff. But back to the order. Thank you so much for your plushie order. I appreciate it so much. And in this order, I'm actually going to be giving her this bee. I made this last night. Is a little purple bee, so it matches the hippo perfectly. Here they are together. So I have to package this guy up and I'm gonna ship it out this morning because I'm actually gonna go on my yarn trip. And I don't know how much footage I'm gonna get because I'm terrible at filming in public. I get so embarrassed. But I am going to film a yarn haul probably after this unless they don't have my yarn. But first things first, let's package this hippo. Here's the gift bag put together. Purple bee, 2 business cards, and 1 sticker, obviously in a purple bag because we're keeping it purple themed today. Here is the plushie wrapped in plastic with this little gift bag to kind of try and waterproof it a little bit. And the plushie in its box, and it is actually a perfect fit for this guy. And here is the package sealed up with my sticker on there. Thank you again for your order. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and get this shipped out right now, and then we'll get back to market prepping. I am back from my yarn trip. I did not get any footage at all. Please don't rub on the camera. I'm trying to film. He's being an attention hog because I was gone for a few hours. First, before I show you the yarn haul, I'm going to show you what I started working on yesterday. I made 5 of these bodies, these white and black bodies, and I just need the legs at this point, so they're all finished except for the legs. But I actually combined Sweet Snuggles Light No label on this, of course. But then I also used Naughty Pony as the secondary color because this black is so nice. I need to get so much more of this. Last time I ordered, I should have got some more black and I didn't. But all the black in Sweet Snuggles Light that I own is that terrible quality and type of stuff that leaves color on your skin and your crochet hooks. That is it for the cow update. I got some blue yarn here. You can see they had blue back in stock of the Sweet Snuggles Light. The quality is not very good on this, actually. This is a 2025 skein, so it is newer from '05, but the quality is not the greatest, which is disappointing. It's usable, and I just need to make 3 blue cows with this, and it's probably, my hands are not going to be happy because it is very stiff. It doesn't feel the greatest, but I'm going to give it a go. We're going to see what happens. This is 100% better than the worst of the Sweet Snuggles Light. If any of you touched that waxy texture. Honestly, I feel like at this point, nothing could be worse than that. I also got another thing of pink, which is also pretty stiff, but it's not too bad. Honestly, the blue one is a little bit worse. I just decided to get a pink just in case I need it for anything. And then I also grabbed this blue, which this is also a 2025 skein. I don't think this is on the website yet. That's why I wanted to get one. Also don't have very much of this blue, so I figured, why not? But that is it for the Sweet Snuggles Light. That's all the colors I grabbed. I did see light purple, light green, a couple other colors in stock, so that was nice. But I also grabbed some Cozy Cub. They only had 2 skeins. This white and then a light blue. So I got my white. I want to use this to make the cow snuggler that I'm going to work on soon. I also got this bright purple. It actually shows up way different on camera apparently. It's a little bit more pinky, but maybe it's just my camera and it'll look better on the computer. But this is going to be the secondary color for my next unicorn snuggler that I make for pattern photos. So I had to get some dark purple for that. I also grabbed this brown here, which is really pretty because I want to make, again, a cow with this. My only regret, I don't think they had any anyways, is not looking closely enough for some cream. So I definitely need some more cream along with this white, but my Michaels was pretty picked through today. I also grabbed this dark gray because I think I'm going to make my next elephant out of this, the elephant snuggler out of this for photos as well. That is it for the Cozy Cub Posh Pearl situation. I didn't want to go too crazy because if you remember in my last videos, I did say I was going to work through the yarn and use it. Thankfully, these guys have a place on the shelf though. If I didn't have a place on the shelf for them, I wouldn't have gotten them because I'm trying to be responsible. Now, I did find some new petite pearl, which I'm so excited about. They have this pink, which is called Rose or Blush, which is really pretty. What I'm so excited about, you can see it in the corner of the camera, but they had these beautiful fall colors. Look at these. These are new, at least to my eyes. I did not know they existed. This one is gold and this one is, I think she's, yeah, pumpkin. My sister was there with me and she told me the name. This is one of her favorite colors, so she was immediately obsessed. The reason I'm really excited about this, you can see Buddy with that plastic bag back there. The reason I'm really excited about these colors is because I told you last time when I made that maple leaf dragon that I wanted to make a fall dragon too, and these colors are so perfect for that. I am so excited. I'm actually going to work on a dragon very soon here. I'm trying to decide if I should be responsible with the cows or crochet a dragon and do a dragon interlude. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I'm going to finish the cows I started first and go from there. I'm feeling really bored with the cows because there's so many of them at this point that I'm losing my mind. I will push through. If that's what I gotta do, I will do it. But I really want a crochet dragon. Did not expect to see much yarn at my Michaels, and I definitely didn't expect to see new colors with Petite Pearl. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm just so excited. I just want to keep talking, but I'm gonna We're gonna put together my yarn room real quick. I actually just cleared a shelf, 2 shelves. So amazing. And I do have space for all this yarn, so it's very exciting. But let's put this away real quick and then get back to the cows. I need to focus on these cows. These are the 2 shelves I cleared. They're probably gonna stay empty for a while. I don't know what I'm gonna put on them as of this moment. I do have this whole bin here of Sweet Snuggles Light. Maybe I'll actually officially empty that out and put everything on the shelves because I have room for it. It's on the bottom of this stack. So I don't know if I have the gumption to deal with that right now. I did also clear this shelf off a bit, so this shelf was pretty much empty. Moved all my Sweet Snuggles Light, some velvet yarn onto this shelf. So all my new Petite Pearl has a place on the shelf. And then next time if I need any more colors, I have lots of space for it as well. But I'm trying to be responsible, like I already said, and not buy a bunch of yarn, so I'm not gonna go crazy right now. Let's put the rest of this away real quick. here's what the cow army is looking like so far. So I just have to make the blue ones and then potentially I'll be done. I haven't fully decided if I'm going to make any more of the Highland cows in the natural colors, but I don't think I am. I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I have the lighter cream one, the darker cream, and then the orange. But I did finish all the black and white cows last night. I stayed up way too late last night to finish them, but I was just so close. But now I'm going to work on the blue. Now I actually decided to get all my scrap yarn out for this instead of using the new ball of yarn that I bought because the texture is really bad on it. I have a feeling I'll probably still have to use some of it, but I'm going to start with the scrap yarn, see how far I can get, and obviously use this up because it's kind of annoying to have just a bunch of little random balls of yarn everywhere. So I'm gonna see how far I can get with these. I just have to make 2 regular cows and then a Highland cow. So I'm thinking I'll have enough. And then this is the secondary color I chose. It's the more neutral blue versus this one, which is really bright. I don't think bright's the right word because it's literally a dark color, but it's more saturated. But I want it to match the purple and the green a little bit better. So that is what I'm doing. Once I finish with this, I'm gonna work on some other projects, but I haven't decided what it'll be yet. So we're just going to work on these blue cows and then we can see all of the Coopers together. All of the cows, they're so cute. I can't wait for these guys to be done. I love them, but actually crocheting them is the chore. And here are all my Cooper calves finished. I'm so excited that these guys are done. I have a total of 22 regular cows and then 9 Highland cows. I'm not going to make any more Highland cows, at least as of this moment, because last time I brought them with me, they didn't sell as well as the regular cows. I didn't have the greatest options at that time, so this is kind of just like a little test to see if the other colors do well, because I really only had pink and some natural colors for Highland cows last time. I have a nice little rainbow array now, along with some natural colors. I just realized that since I'm doing a festival once a year, I won't be making cows again until next year. Until like the middle of next year, which means I'm gonna have to relearn this pattern again. But also that kind of made me a little sad because I was like, this is it. These are all the cows I'm gonna make. Last night I finished the blue ones. Stayed up way too late to finish the blue ones, might I add. Not exactly the healthy choice, but I was desperate to finish these. I'm going to attempt to condense these guys a little bit more because I want to work on some other designs. The other plushie I want to start working on is the Highland Cow Snuggler that I'm designing. I need to make the second one for pattern photos, and since this is a cow, I'd like to finish this in this video. So I think that's what I'm going to do this morning, probably all day today actually. This is not a small pattern, and I think I might crochet the Highland Cow, the second one, get pattern photos, and just be ready for when I am ready to start pattern testing again. I also wanted to design a regular cow snuggler along with the Highland cow, but that's going to require a lot of color work back here that I'm not 100% sure if I want to commit to at this point. Don't have any more cream yarn, so I want to make a brown cow and then a black and white cow, but I don't have any cream yarn right now, so I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens, I guess, at this point. Now, the last thing I want to mention is that I know this weekend is going to be very busy for me. I'm going to be doing a lot of things looks uncrochet related, so I am not sure how much filming I'm going to be able to do, when this video will come out. I haven't decided on any of that, so I guess we'll just have to play it by ear. I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to finish all the cows in this video, and even though I want to, I don't see it happening at this point. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done, and it's kind of lame because I really wanted to finish everything in 2 weeks. I was also kind of thinking maybe just filming a whole nother week, but editor me will be very upset if I have to edit 4 hours worth of footage. So I probably won't do that. So I guess maybe we're looking at a part 2, but you'll learn more as the video goes on. We'll see what future me decides to do, but that is it. That's a long-winded update. Finished. I hope you all like seeing all the cows together. They're so cute. I am glad that I am finished with them. I know we're looking at pretty much nothing at this point, but I feel like this little Highland cow needs an introduction before I can just show it to you. Here it is. Look at how cute she is. I think she turned out so perfect, and the tail placement is a little bit better because if you remember from my last vlog, the tail is a little bit high up. Here you can see this one's much better. But she turned out so cute. I love the color combo. It's pretty much the same as this one, just the main color is different. And I honestly think this one's even cuter. Unintentionally cuter. Throughout making this one, I did take a bunch of pattern photos. So I am not going to do tester call right now, but I will be preparing the pattern. I'm going to be starting a whole new design for these snuggler patterns. So I got to figure out the layout for that, and I got to work on that. Make sure I like it, and then we'll eventually do tester calls. For now, I just really want to take all the photos for the ones I already have finished, and I'm also actually working on a cow as well. I don't even think I've shown you any of that yet. And let me show you the cow I was working on, because I just realized I probably didn't show you anything. I'm doing a traditional black and white one, of course, and I got this Cozy Cub, which is so soft. It's literally like the perfect ball of yarn. You know, sometimes you just get a perfect ball of yarn and you just have to talk about it. But yesterday I worked on this as my downstairs project because I was taking those pattern photos up here for the Highland cow. I didn't want to take that downstairs and get photos from a bunch of different places. I made the head, so here it is. I think it looks pretty cute. I might do something a little different with the eyes, maybe give it color, but for the most part I think they're okay. But I started the legs yesterday and I didn't get a chance to finish them. But this is what I'm going to work on next. I'm going to finish this cow, and then I'm going to need to work on the color work, which is going to be the hard part. I'll just give it my best shot. We'll see what happens, and then when I make the second one, I'll perfect it, take pattern photos at the same time. That's the plan, but I'm excited to see the snugglers starting to come together. I wasn't really sure how I felt about these patterns, but I think they're really cute. After I made the Highland cow, I don't know, I just have this new love for them. I mean, look at how cute that is. That's the update for now. I have to work on this cow, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm not sure what else I'll be doing. And here's Ozzy. He's being an attention hog today. I think that's my cue to pet Ozzy. Stop rubbing on the camera. But I will update you in a little bit. I'll let you know what I end up working on, how much I finished, and all that stuff. So a couple things happened yesterday. First one being I finished my cow snuggler. Here it is. I had to give it udders, of course. Here's the color work on the back. I think it I think it's pretty much there. I feel like it could come over here a little bit more, but I wrote this down as I worked, so I will be able to do the second one and take pattern photos. I might adjust the color work a tiny bit, like I said, add a little bit more here, but I haven't decided yet. But this is what he looks like for now. I think it's pretty much perfect other than that. Because I based it off the Highland cow, I had a pretty good base. So yeah, this cutie's done though. But the other awesome thing that happened yesterday is that I received some safety eyes, and these are from Traveling Pony Studios. So the best part about these eyes is I wasn't supposed to receive them until Saturday, and yet I received them yesterday, which was Thursday. So that is very, very exciting. But I'm gonna go through and show them to you. Now I will have you know that she packaged these a lot better than this. She had it layered with bubble wrap, and all the eyes arrived in perfect condition. But obviously we have all the eye backs, which I'll just go ahead and move out of the way. All right, we'll start with this one here. Starting with what must be my favorite panel, this one right here. Lots of pinks in this one. These ones have little flowers in them. They're so cute. Love these, so pretty. I should add that those ones are 30mm and these ones are 25mm. Got some gold, some blues, greens. I really love this one down here on the bottom. It's got pink and green in there. So pretty. Absolutely love them. Here are more 25mm with the pink shades and the red. So pretty. And then this one, which is kind of purpley and green. So pretty. These ones here, these ones are 30mm with the green and gold, and then this like blue and gold, so interesting. And then the blue at the bottom, so pretty. And our last sheet with the white pupils. Look at this, these purple and green ones, they color shift, so pretty. And these red, they have red, yellow, and blue in them, which my sister, she's an artist, so she was like, ooh. And I'm looking at them and I think they are absolutely perfect. But here are the white ones, so pretty. I love this one so much. And then the blue and white ones, so pretty. These are 30mm and this one's 25. But I love all of these eyes. I want to use them all at once right now. So the next thing I need to do with the eyes is I need to put them in a container. So I have this blue box that I bought when Joann's was going out of business, and I got it on a discount, of course. But it only makes sense for Traveling Pony Studios to get a blue box. That way I'll remember. And in here I just have one set of eyes from her left, which were these ones. I threw the card away. I cannot remember what the color name was. But I get all these guys in here. I know that they're not facing up, but I just kind of want to protect them a bit more, and they stay pretty nice in here. These are all so pretty. Even from the back, they're gorgeous. And here's the eye container filled. It's not like the best use of space if we're really looking at it, because it's a big box and the eyes don't take up that much space, but they stay nice and safe in here, so that's all that matters for now at least. Thank you so much for taking my order, Carrie. I really appreciate it, and these eyes are even more beautiful in person, so thank you so much. I have to get running. I have some things I need to do, but I will check in with you soon. I'll let you know what I work on next at that point. So yesterday I spent like 20 minutes staring at my safety eyes trying to decide what to crochet next, and I was torn between another one of those in pink or purple or some Highland cows. So yesterday I finally came to a decision and I started a Highland cow. Here it is. So I'm using some of the gold eyes from Traveling Pony Studios for this one. And then I also started another one, which I don't normally do, but I felt like it. So I started a second one as well. And I used these more orange eyes also from Traveling Pony Studios. These are 25 millimeters with my Heather the Highland Cow pattern. I think they're super cute. I'm torn between liking the 30 millimeters more and the 25. I feel like this looks a little bit more mature and this looks a little bit more fun. I don't know, I think they're both cute though. But I have another Highland Cow over here in this box. Also, here's Mr. Darcy. He's being a good boy. He is waiting patiently for us to go downstairs. He's a very good boy. Highland Cow. I have one over there out of 25 millimeter and with black eyes. So I didn't want to make some Highland Cows with 30 millimeter eyes. I wanted them to still kind of match even though they're colored and not black eyes. But anyways, that's what I'm going to be working on today. I'm hoping to finish these both, but it's actually, it's like 11 o'clock right now, I think. I'm not sure if I'll have enough time today to finish them, but we're still going to give it our best shot. Here's one more look at Mr. Darcy before we go. Sit. Sit. Show him how good you sit. Good. Lay down. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Say what? That's a good what? That's a cute what? Yes. All right. Say goodbye. We have to go now. I'm going to work on these Highland Cows and we'll see where I end up. Okay. Good. Here I am with the chaos that is my yarn area right now, and I also have Ozzy with me. He wants some attention. He be annoying sometimes. Anybody else have a cat that just, they pretend like you don't exist, and then when they want your attention, they will interrupt you no matter what you are doing. Anyways, what I want to show you is I want to show you the Highland Cows I finished last night. So this is one of them. So I used the golden eyes. Excuse me, get your tail out of here. I finished this one with the lighter golden eyes. And then I made another one. This is the one I made out of Naughty Pony with the slightly more orange eyes. But this one is a tiny bit smaller with the Naughty Pony. Not too much. Hopefully you can tell. It's kind of hard to show you. It is a little bit smaller. That's just Naughty Pony. It's a tiny bit smaller than Sweet Snow's Light. It's not noticeable. Like, for example, I used Sweet Snow's Light for both of these noses and they look pretty cute. I have my pink yarn here. Scooch out of the way, Ozzy. And I'm making a pink cow right now. I still need to pick the eyes for this one, but I think I'm going to go with the lighter pink eyes from Traveling Pony Studios. Alright, so I'm definitely going to be using the 30 millimeters to kind of match the other blue cow I made. So I'm thinking I'm going to be using these ones, the lighter ones, but then again I also have these darker pink ones, so I'm not 100% decided yet. I will for sure use one of these. Base of the cow is going to be this pink, so I don't know, I'm thinking maybe the darker pink look, whoops, threw it over here. I'm thinking the darker pink looks cuter, but I think I'll just bring both of them with me. I'm going to work on this downstairs and I'll put them in once I get the head made and decide then. I'm going to be using this slightly lighter pink for the nose. Hopefully it doesn't look weird. I feel like it's different enough. It even looks better on camera. I feel like it's different enough that it'll make sense. I have to crochet this pink cow and then I will hopefully finish that today. That's the goal. And then I'm going to work on a purple cow. I think I might be done for now. But once I finish the pink and the purple cow, I'll get all the the other cows out and I'll show you the entire army all together. And then I need to snap photos of everything because I have not done that yet either. But that's the plan, and I'll check in with you soon. Hopefully my pink cow will be finished when I check in with you next, but we'll just have to see. As you hopefully can tell, I am surrounded by cows. So this morning I took several minutes to pull out all the other cows that I had left over from my last event, and I didn't have that many. I had a total of 9 plushies, 3 extra large cows, 1 extra large Highland cow, 3 of these little guys here, and then 1 of these guys. I think that's all of them. Maybe I pulled out 8 plushies, I don't know anymore. I was actually going to stop making cows and work on some other things, but I realized after pulling everything out that I did not have a black and white cow, and that is a crime in the extra large category. That is. I guess I should be more clear. That is the most popular color for a cow, so I'm actually taking my time. You can see I just started this cow, and I'm going to be working on a black and white cow. So in the end, I'll have 7 extra large cows. Right now I have 6. I haven't decided if I'll use specialty eyes or just big black ones. We'll see. We'll decide on that later. For now, I'm just gonna get crocheting. I'm gonna start the head and test a few options out before deciding. What I really wanted to let you all know was how much inventory I made, what I'm charging for everything real fast, and just kind of give you a breakdown. So the first thing is that I made 22 Cooper the calves, which is the smaller cow, and I sell those for $25 each. The smaller Highland cows, the Cooper, the Highland cows, I made 9 of them, and the Highland cows aren't as popular for me, and I feel like the biggest issue is I don't give them enough of a chance. So I could make more Highland cows, but I think I'm just gonna leave it at 9. And again, I charge $25 for those as well. The mini cows, so these guys right here, both of those I charge $35. I currently have 2 Highland cows and 1 regular cow, but I plan to make more of Carmen, so the cow version. I want to make 1 more. I think I might do it in a funky color, like some sort of variegated skinny Chanel. These plushies are left over from my last event. They didn't sell the greatest. Certain types of these did, but for the most part they didn't sell that well. And the biggest issue with them, in my opinion, it could have been price, it could have been size, it could have been anything, but in my opinion I think it had to do with how I presented them, how they were on the table. And I think this year I have a better plan. I'm hoping that they sell a lot better. The one drawback doing a festival once a year is you don't have multiple times to test something, or, you know, to change like one little thing and test it again. You have to kind of just go with your gut and hope it works out. My point is with that it is a lot more difficult to truly test theories. You just kind of have to go with whatever fits. But like I said, I'm going to try something a little bit different with these guys, see if they sell better, and because of that I will be making at least 1 more cow. So the next thing on my list are the extra large Carmens and the extra large Hollies, which I only have 1 Holly. It's this guy right here. And I have learned that this color is not the best color. It is really hit and miss whether it sells or not. So if you are thinking about making like just a couple Highland cows, I would probably stay away from this color. That's not to say it doesn't sell. I mean, I've obviously had it sell because I made another one of these guys. Like, for example, I have this one here and then I have this one, and neither one of these sold. So I just think there's better colors to pick from. I had an orange one that I made, so I'm thinking I'll make another orange one. I might make a pretty color too. We'll see. For now, I'm not even going to write down on my list how many I actually have. I'm just going to leave it blank because I do want to make a couple more. This black and white cow was kind of a surprise for me. I wasn't planning on making any more extra large cows. I know I said I wanted to make a purple cow, but I don't have eyes that suit the purples that I have. I have these beautiful eyes from Traveling Pony Studios that she sent me, but they have green in them. I'm just waiting for Sweet Bean's crochet eyes to get here and seeing what colors she gives me, and then I'll decide if I want to make a purple cow after that. But I just think at this point I don't need any more extra large cows. I have 6 total, and then I'll have 7 by the time this black and white one is done. I think I might just not make a purple one, but we will see. I think what I'm going to do though is prioritize the smaller patterns for the rest of the week. So I have today is Tuesday, so I think I'll prioritize those patterns first before making any more extra large cows. I'm not sure when my eyes are supposed to be here. Let me know your thoughts if I should make a purple cow or not. Leave a purple heart in the comments. For the extra large Highland cow, these guys right here, I have 3 of them, and I'm going to be charging $70 each. So the orange one is a little bit smaller than the other two, but I'm just going to keep things very simple. It still took me the same amount of time. It took me pretty much the same amount of materials, so I'm just going to simplify things where I can and keep things the same price. And same with the extra large cows. I have going to be 7 of them. Some of them have specialty eyes and some of them don't. And so I'm just going to be charging around $80. Let me do some math real quick. I'm going to write 7 cows down because I've already started the extra large cow and I know I'm going to finish it. And like I said, I charge $80 for the extra large cows because of all that color work. And I'm also going to write down, I'm going to make 2 Carmens and 2 Hollies of these guys. I'm going to make 1 more of these and then 2 more of the Carmens. So I'm just going to write that down as if I've already done it. If I haven't done it, I'll adjust the numbers on the screen and then I'll get you a total of everything that I've made, plus everything left over for my last event. So I have 22 cows times 25 plus 9 times 25 plus, let's do 70 plus 35 plus 200 plus 70 plus 7 times 80. Alright, so with a quantity of 22 plus 9 plus 7 plus 2, 4, 6, 7, 10, 48. You know what I just realized? First of all, my battery's dying. Hold on, let me replace that. Battery's been changed, and I just realized I completely forgot to mention these snugglers. So for snugglers, I have 1 cow. I'm gonna make a second one for sure because I need to take pattern photos. I'm gonna be writing down 2 for this. And then I also have the 2 Highland cows, which these guys are so cute. Sometimes when you take pattern photos, the plushie doesn't turn out the cutest. It just happens to be the worst plushie you've made for that pattern. But this one is in fact the cutest. It's always nice when that happens. I need to write those down too and add that in, so the numbers I just wrote down are meaningless. Let me do more math. I haven't fully decided what I'll charge for the snugglers. I'm thinking I'll charge $50 for them. Being realistic, these ones are very similar to these ones in the terms of like how many stitches are being used. So I think $50 is fair though. It's a nice round number. We'll just do $50 for now, and if I change my mind in the future, then I'll change my mind in the future. So I have the cow snuggler and the Highland cow snuggler. Okay, 2 of those, 2 of each. We'll do $50 like I said. Alright, so now we have to add 200 to the total. And 4 to that total. Okay, so the total quantity is 52 plushies. Over the last couple weeks, I made a -8 from that, so I made about 44 plushies. I also made total inventory $2,050. Like I said in my first vlog, if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it because I discuss all my plans and stuff, but I'm sure those of you who are here have watched it because you guys are awesome and you always watch to the end of the video because you're super, super sweet. My goal is to make about 30,000 in inventory, which would be crazy. Last year I just made 20,000 in inventory, so this would be crazy if I could do that, but we're gonna give it our best shot. That's why I'm trying to be a little bit more structured in my videos instead of just doing whatever I want, whenever I want. This is gonna be hopefully great. That is everything that I managed to make. Anything that I have made after this clip is finished, I will make sure to put on the screen. And so hopefully I finish everything that I wrote down. I should probably actually write down what I wrote down more clearly. Hold on. 1 cow snuggler. I haven't made that one because I really want to make a brown one and I do not have cream yarn on hand out of the Cozy Cub. And then I also wanted to make 1 mini Carmen, 2 extra large Carmens. This is a lot. Why do I do this to myself? 1 extra large Holly, and then that 1 extra large Cassidy, which is the black and white one, which I've already started. That's what I need to work on to be fully complete with this list. So hopefully I'll finish that over the next few days. Like I said, today's Tuesday, so if I post this video on Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so hopefully in the next 3.5, counting today, days, we can finish this all. That is everything that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I know this one was a longer one, but that's because I had so much to crochet in the cow section, and honestly, even though I look at the number and go, I really only crocheted 44 plushies. If I really truly think about it, that's a lot of plushies, especially since none of these are small. They take a lot of room. I mean, they're not tiny things. So thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being here and for watching my videos and for purchasing patterns if you have. If you have any questions about anything, maybe I left something out, let me know in the comments and I'll answer them as quickly as I can. In my last video, I was talking about feeling pretty burnt out. Actually, it wasn't my last video, it was the video before my last video, and I just want to say I'm feeling pretty good right now. Hopefully you can tell by the tone of my voice. I am feeling pretty good. I am enjoying crochet. I'm enjoying seeing things come together. I'm very much the type of person who loves finishing something when they start it, so finishing these cows is going to feel amazing. Everything actually finished, I'll feel even better. I'm pretty proud of what I have accomplished so far. Stay tuned for my next video. I was originally going to make it about unicorns, but I think what I'm going to do is make it about mythical creatures, so unicorns and dragons, because I need to make another dragon. I haven't made a dragon in a while, and I have been craving making a giant dragon. Stay tuned for that. That's gonna happen soon. And also I might release another crochet foundations. I just released one about reinforcing limbs, specifically on plushies like this. So hopefully you all find that helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. And without further ado, I will see you around. Bye!